Hello students, welcome to our channel. Now we are going to start again with our lecture on light reflection and refraction, which we will continue the last slides which we have on the video which I have uploaded on this channel. I think you have liked it. So now let's move forward with the chapter. Okay, so in this video we will study about object image. Slide by slide we will go forward. What is object? So students, the main thing while reading reflection and refraction is you should be aware of that what is object and what is image. The first and the foremost point that should be in our mind is what is object and what is image. So object is anything which gives out light either of its own or reflects the light and is visible to the eyes is called an object. So anything in this world which gives out the light can be either of its own or that of the any other object which is reflected by that object. So that is known as the object. Like these are of two types, you can say. One is luminous, another one is non-luminous. So what is luminous object? Luminous object, students, is the object which have its own light, like that of, you can say, sun. And non-luminous, it is which reflects the light, like that of moon. So here you can give the example of sun, here you can give the example of bulb or tube light. These are all luminous objects because they glow, they have their own light. And non-luminous, you can say moon, you can say chair, table, they reflects the light of bulb, sun, tube light. So they are non-luminous objects. So students, you might be clear of the luminous object and non-luminous object. Now what is image? Image is the reflection when the light rays which comes from the object and they fall on the mirror or on the retina of our eye. They produce an optical appearance in the mirror which is called as the image. The optical appearance in the mirror is known as the image, or the optical appearance in the retina of our eye is called as image. So when this is the object, the light rays coming from these objects, when it falls on the mirror, they create a image of that object. Might be smaller or bigger, that is dependent on the property of mirror and on the distance of the object. So through it only the image is produced. Image is produced in the mirror or on the retina of a eye, which we are able to see. So next point we are going to study is type of images. So images are of two types. Here you can see real image and the virtual image. Images are of two types, real and virtual. What is real image? Real image is when this is the mirror, if you can see. This is the principal axis of the mirror. We will study it later. The object is this. When the light coming from the object strikes the mirror and forms the image in front of mirror only, then it is the real image. Then that image is known as real image. And if the light is at the back of the, sorry, not the light, if the image is at the back of the mirror, if the image is at the back of the mirror, then that is known as then that is known as, if it is here you can say, then it is known as virtual image. So images are of two kinds. In this chapter we will learn that is real image and the virtual image. Here you can read the lines. When the image of the object can be visible on the screen, it is real. On the screen means in front of the mirror, on retina or on cinema screen, then it is real image. And in case of virtual, it is obtained on screen and form not obtained on screen and form when rays diverge. So here the rays converge, fall on mirror and they converge on a single point. But in second instance, the rays come and they diverge. Means like this. It happens in the convex mirror. The rays come and it diverges. So to produce the image, we will make it like this. We will, and then the image is formed at the back side of the mirror. Hope students you are clear with what is real image, what is virtual image, and the object and images. Now here you can see in the example what is the real image and what is virtual image. See students, when the light, you see this is the object, when the light coming from the object incident on the mirror and the image is formed at the back of the mirror, this is the image form. This is the image form. So it is known as virtual image. And in case this second case, the light is coming in from the object and the image is formed here. So this is real image. Real image is always in front of the mirror. Virtual image is at the back of the mirror. Now students, we will learn the second thing which is the important, which is known as lateral inversion. Lateral inversion is mainly the right side of the object. See, suppose this is the object and this is the right side of the object, this is the left side of the object. In the case of the image, when it is laterally inverted, this side will become the left side and this side become the right side. This is known as lateral inversion. The right side will become the left and the left side will become the right. So this is called as the lateral inversion. So students, when we see the image of us in the mirror, the left, when we do the hand up or our left hand up, then in the image what happens, our right hand goes up. So this is the case of lateral inversion. As per the definition, you can see the process in which the side of the object gets changed. Side of the object gets changed when viewed in the mirror as an image is called lateral inversion. The left side becomes the right and the right becomes the left. This is the example, simple example, ambulance. So students, you have seen in case of ambulance, the ambulance is written like this, so that in the mirror you can see correct written ambulance. This is called lateral inversion. Next comes the types of mirror. See, plane mirror, you have seen almost. Plane mirror everyone knows it, we use while we are in the washrooms or in the dressing near the dressing tables. They all are the, in our daily life we use the plane mirrors. So we are very much aware of the plane mirrors. Second comes the convex mirror. Convex mirror, the mirror which is whose shape is bulged outwards. This is known as a concave, convex mirror. The light coming from this direction, the light is coming from this direction, this side of the mirror is polished. So this is known as what? Convex mirror. And what is the case of concave mirror? If the light is coming from this direction, see, it is going inside the cave. That's why it is known as concave mirror. This is the cave-like structure. So this side is polished. So this is known as the concave mirror. Cave mirror means the cave-like structure. This is the cave-like structure inside. Light is going inside the cave. So it is known as concave. In the case of, you can see the spoon, when you see from the inside like cave like structure, that is known as the inside of the spoon, that is concave, and when it's outer side, that is convex. Next comes these are the, while we study the mirror, we should be aware of some of the terms which we use while studying the images and their objects and their reflection from the mirror and forming the images. We should be aware of some important terms. These are the some important terms. Further, they will be continued on the next slide also. So we should be aware of these important terms. These terms come from where? See, what is a mirror? When there is a hollow sphere, you can see when it is cut into a part, into two half of equal radius, so it comes like this aperture, like this and like this. Okay, so when this side is polished silver and mirror forms on the inner side, so it is known as concave mirror. And when the inner side is polished, then the mirror is formed on the outer surface and it is known as convex. Okay, so we will study over here what are the terms we use while studying the image formation of the convex and the concave mirror. These terms are used in both the mirrors. So what is the pole? What is the pole? Pole is the center of the reflecting surface. If we say, if we like, okay, if we say we are talking about the concave mirror, and here we will talk about the convex mirror. Okay, so in this case, what is the pole? It is the center. This is the center of the mirror, so this is known as the pole. In this case, this is the center, this is known as the pole, center of the reflective surface. Second is the center of curvature. What is the center of curvature? It is the center of imaginary hollow sphere denoted by C. Means when we join this two mirror, what is the center? This is the center. So in case of this is the center. In this case, this is the center. So what happens? Denoted by C. What happens in the case of convex mirror? The center of curvature is on the right side of the mirror. Okay, on the right side. In case of concave mirror, the center of curvature is on the left side. Okay, students. In case of convex mirror, it is on the right side, and in case of the concave mirror, it is on the left side. What is the radius of curvature? See, the line joining the pole and the center of curvature. This line is known as the radius of curvature. What the radius of imaginary sphere is known as the radius of curvature. So when we draw a sphere, this is the center of curvature for both the sides. This line joining is known as the radius of curvature. So when we will do it half, the radius of curvature for the convex mirror will be this, and the radius of curvature for the concave mirror will be this. So it is on the left side of the convex and on the right side of the concave. Next, we will talk about the principal axis. It is the imaginary line passing through pole and the center of curvature. This whole imaginary line we draw forward. This is known as the principal axis. The radius of curvature, when it is taken forward, this is only known as the principal axis. Both the case you will be aware of right side, left side. Aperture. What is the aperture? Portion from which the light gets reflected. See, this is the aperture. This is the aperture. Here in the figure you can see this is the dot line is joining the two end points of the mirror is known as the aperture. It denotes the size of the mirror. Aperture is denoting size of mirror. So in both the cases aperture will be remains same. This is the aperture size denoting. Okay students, hope you are liking it and you will be much aware than before. Now we will discuss about the focal plane. Focal plane, what is focal plane? It is a plane passing through the principal focus and perpendicular to the principal axis. So if here, if we will draw the concave mirror, this is the concave, light will come from this side and this is the principal axis. So what is the focal plane? Plane passing through the principal focus. So this plane, this is known as the focal plane. This whole plane going to the principal focus, this is the focus, and perpendicular to the principal axis. So it is perpendicular to the principal axis at 90-degree angle. Okay, so this is the focal plane. This whole is known as the focal plane. Now what is focal length? It is the distance between the pole and the focus. So again we will draw both the mirrors. This is the convex mirror, this is the concave mirror. So what is focal length? This is the pole. The distance between the pole and the focus. I have drawn focus over here and this is the focus of the mirror here. So it is on the right hand side of this and left hand side of this. This distance of between the focus and the pole, this is known as focal length. Okay, this is known as the focal length of the mirror. And what is focus? A point at which all rays after reflection converges. So when the ray comes from here principal axis, parallel to principal axis, and it is coming from here parallel to principal axis, where it will go after reflection? It will go on this side after reflection. Which you will study later, and we will move it forward and join it on a point. This point is known as the focus. Here when the light is coming from this direction, it will move towards the focus, converging. It is converging now, it is diverging. So it will move towards the focus. This point is known as F. So these are students, these are some important terms which we will use in our chapter further. These are the important terms while studying the reflection and of the mirror, different both the mirrors. Next is concave mirror. See, this is the concave mirror. Concave mirror, it is the you can see the polished surface is this. This is the polished part, silver polished part, and this is the mirror from which the light is coming and converging. It is the converging or the diverging mirror. Light will converge. Converge means what? What is the meaning of converge? Converge means that it will go and after reflection will come on one point, meet at one point. So this is known as the converging. Outer surface is polished, focus is in front. I have told you earlier, focus is in front. Next is the convex mirror. It is a spherical mirror in which outer surface, that is bulge surface, this is the bulge surface, it will reflect the light. bulge surface will reflect the light. After coming from the object, the light will diverge. This is the diverging. This is the difference between concave and convex mirror. In the concave mirror, what happens? The inner part is reflecting the light. In the convex mirror, the outer part is reflecting the light. Okay, that is the bulge part. It is the converging lens, it is lens I'm talking about. It is converging mirror, it is diverging mirror. In this, focus is in front, and all the focus, radius of curvature, center of curvature, all are in front in case of concave, and in case of convex, all are at back. For more such videos, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.